Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's have a talk today. Go grab you a cup of coffee and come right back. We got some things to talk about.
Another MC joint.
Okay, I got my coffee. Let's talk. So last week, I made a video about making money as a stay-at-home mom or a homeschooling mom. How homeschool moms or stay-at-home moms make money from home. But while I was making the video, I just realized that a lot of times making money is the easy part. The hardest part is A, getting started, and B, organizing your life so that you're able to do these things. It's like, how do you get it all done? That is the question that so many moms, so many women ask, parents ask, how do you get it all done? So today we're just gonna take a quick little journey of talking about a few things. I want you guys to get to know who I am as a person doing these sit down talks, but also I hope that I'm able to share some information to you that may be beneficial to your life. Now, I don't have very long. Piper is in the other room, in the bed, and in just a few minutes, I have to wash my second son's hair. So I only have a few minutes to get this out to you guys. So I'm going to try to be as effective as I can and get it out to you as easy as I can. And I hope that this helps you. Now, if this will help, go grab you a notebook and a pen and write some of these things down, because I'm sure that I'm going to give you some information that you may need to use. Now, the first thing is, how do I get everything done that I need to get done in the day? Still have time for my children, still have time for myself, and still have time for my husband. Priorities. It takes priorities. So you have to prioritize your life and the things that you want to do in your life. Now, one thing about being a mom, and especially being a stay-at-home mom, you can get lost in the world of being a stay-at-home mom, because your whole life is inside of your house and your children, and not taking a lot of consideration for yourself. A lot of times I have noticed with myself that as being just a stay-at-home mom, vlogging every day, I have not really done a lot of things for myself. And sometimes I have to sit down and say, hey, you had a life before you were a mom. You had a life before you were a wife. What is it that you like to do? So for 1 hour in the morning and for 1 hour at night, I take time for just myself. And some guys, you may be like, I am so tired. I don't have time. My kids wake up, when I wake up, and I hate that. I hate when my plan is to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and as soon as I peek my head up, my child wakes up, or they don't go to sleep at night because they are sick. Like right now, Piper has a little runny nose and she's coughing a little bit. And so it may take away from that time. But even if they don't go to bed until 12 o'clock, you stay up until 1. Take some time to prioritize your life. What is it that you like to do? During that hour, you can sit and meditate. You can read a book. You can do your nails. You can put lotion on. It's just things that you are not able to do throughout the day. Take those hours that you have. 1 hour in the morning, pray, meditate, read, just have peaceful time that you can collect your thoughts. And then at night, do the same. Recollect your thoughts of the day. Plan for the next day. Think about yourself. Prioritize and make yourself worthy of having that extra time. Even catch up on a TV show that you may not be able to watch when your children are around. Take that time, 1 hour in the morning or 1 hour in the afternoon, evening, or whatever time and do that. Another thing that I will encourage moms who want to get it all done is to take the time to do some type of exercise every day. What I have noticed with a lot of parents, including myself, when I was very active, walking and exercising every day, my mind was freely flowing, and I was able to minister to my children and my family in a way that was conducive to all of us. And it relaxes your mind, and it sends endorphins into your body and releases good energy. So you need to release good energy. One thing about a mom is that our energy is like the brain of the house. We determine if the house is going to be funny, if the house is going to be stressful, if the house is going to be easygoing. It's the mom who determines the speed of the house. And if that mom's brain is cluttered and her body is as well cluttered, and she's not exercising, moving her body, and she's just stuffy, it's going to be the same way for the house. And the children will reflect on how you feel about yourself. Your children will outwardly reflect on how you inwardly feel about yourself. So take the time and do some type of exercise, whether you are working out online, on the internet, or if you're taking a 20-minute walk. I always say 20 minutes a day is my goal. If I can do exercise for 20 minutes a day, I have reached my goal for the day. So that's already 2 hours and 20 minutes for myself. And the 20 minutes, it doesn't have to be alone. Sometimes I have Piper with me alongside, and that's a way to get her to go to sleep at night because she's exercising. Or I may have the girls walking with me. Whatever the case may be, you can walk, you can talk about your day. You don't really have to just exercise to lose weight, but you could just exercise to release for the day. Also, get a hobby. What is one of your favorite things that you like to do? Make sure that you add that to your day. One thing that you like to do, and don't take all day to do it. I hate when people use their hobby as their whole day or their whole existence. They can't do anything without doing their hobby. And you have housework. I mean, you still have work to do in the house. Take your hobby, if it's reading a book, if it is swimming, if it's playing tennis or pickleball. Take 30 minutes out of your day just to do that, to engage in that. So that's already, you got 2 hours, 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour at night. You have 20 minutes of exercise. That pickleball or whatever you're doing recreational could be your exercise, or you can use that 30 minutes to read a book or to educate yourself. I am one of those people who is a constant educator. I feel like every day I need to learn something new. Every day I need to learn something new. If I don't know something, I need to look it up. I need to study it. I'm that type of person. And I typically take at least 30 or 40 minutes out of the day just to study something and learn something new. It is very important for me to do that. That may not be important for you, but it is very important for me. And it keeps my brain wired. So, you never know if you're going to have a conversation. Somebody will say, the light bulb. And you've already studied it. Like, you never know when those conversations will come up. And especially as a stay-at-home mom, sometimes we are just at home by ourselves. And oftentimes we text our friends, but we're not vocally speaking to people. We're not talking on the phone. We're not having lunches, because a lot of times we talk to our children, and our conversation with our children is more of, what are you doing? How can I help you? You did well. And when it's actual time to make conversation, you're unable to make conversation because A, you haven't read a book, or B, you haven't talked to anybody. So take some time to learn something new every day. Engage with yourself. Have those hours of meditation and time to yourself, and get a hobby. The next thing is prioritizing your day. What all are you going to get done during the day? Now, my goal for myself each day is A, clean the house, wash the clothes, cook dinner. Those just 3 things that I have to do during the day. And the way I get it done is, before I go to bed at night, I clean up the house. I have everything pretty much straightened up and in its place, so that in the mornings, the only thing that I have to do is make up beds, sweep, and vacuum. So I have that done. I wash their clothes as soon as they get in from school, put it in the dryer, fold them up, and whatever clothes that they have after they take a shower is in the load in the wash machine, and it is washed and dried before they get home from school, so they can put those clothes on when they get out of school. And it's just a constant rotation. My dinner is pretty much in my head at night. I need to write it down because I would like to do a menu for my family to say, hey, we're gonna have this on this day and this day. We're gonna have between fish, chicken, and red meat. It's gonna be one of the three during the week. I try to cook. On Wednesdays, I try to cook 2 meals because on Thursdays, I hate to cook. I hate to cook on Thursdays. And that's just a priority to me because Wednesdays, I typically like to be at home. We have midweek service. Wednesday is just a day that I feel like people should be at home. You should take a nap on Wednesdays. I don't know. But that's how I manage my day. I have time to vacuum and sweep once the kids are off to school. So I should be done with that by 8:30 or 9 o'clock. It depends on how much I have to do. Now, if I have to every other day, I do have to dust. So sometimes I dust in the morning and sometimes I dust at night. It just really depends. But I actually need to add to my schedule dusting the high places because I miss the high places. Like now I'm looking at the chandelier at the top. I was looking at it last time. That's how I prioritize my day, so that when the kids are out of school, everything is completely done. The only thing that we have to do once they get home from school, and that's the 3 days that they are at home from school. And I'm going to talk to you guys about the days that they are at home. We only have to load the dishwasher. They can run around the house, play outside. One girl plays tennis every day. The other girl talks to me every day. And they have that empty time and the house is clean and dinner is cooked. I'm never usually cooking when school is out because I prioritize my day to be free for them when they get out of school. The next thing we can talk about is when they are at home from school for those 2 days that they do not go to school. So being a homeschool mom is just a little different because you are required to make, well, you're not required, but you can, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So it depends on, they're older kids now, and so sometimes they want breakfast, and most of the time they don't. But lunch is a major priority. My goal for my house is that we live life the same way we do when they are at school. The house is cleaned at night. I wake up in the morning, I dust and sweep and make up the beds. And they have to eat between the time the kitchen is clean and before I cook dinner. If they don't eat between that time, they cannot eat. And that's just a rule that you have to make. When you have teens, you're preparing them to be adults. They have to learn to be responsible. And eating is a part of their responsibility. I buy food that they're able to throw in the air fryer, or they can make sandwiches or soups, or they can eat the leftovers from the night before. Either way, there is food available that they can make for themselves that I don't always have to make for them and then clean up, because the house is open. It's gotta be, things gotta be put away and they gotta be clean. The next thing is everything else that you have to do in the day is prioritized after everything is done. So if it's shopping trips, if there is after school things that your children are involved in, it needs to be done after you have prioritized your day. If you cannot find room to fit that in your day, you're like, oh, I'm taking from this part of my life to fill this part in. You need to eliminate one thing, and it's usually something extra that you don't need to be a part of your life. If you are going out every other night with friends to have drinks, or if you're going out every weekend to do things and it is putting a damper on your family life or your household life, you're gonna have to scale away from that until you can line things up. The name of the game is just to line things up to make your life as simple as it possibly can be. Now, I am one like this. I'm not very spontaneous. I am a very much big planner. And if it's not on the calendar, and if somebody just suggests something at the last minute and it is not on the calendar, I'm probably not gonna be there. I'm just gonna be honest. It has to be on the calendar at least a week before it happens. I'm not a last minute type person. I just have never been that person. And if you spring something on me at the last minute, you can guarantee that I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm not going. Because I just cannot understand springing things on people at the last minute. But if that's you, that is you. But my thing is planning. So go out and grab you a planner. Let me show you guys my planner real quick. Now, it doesn't have to be a great big planner. Now, I do have a bigger planner for the whole family, and I write chores in, and whether or not that I'm gonna switch up chores, but they pretty much know what they're gonna do. I also have that one right there. I don't know if I talked to you guys about that, but y'all probably have seen me once before write on that board, and it lets us know like the days that their daddy has to work on weekends, what is due, when it's due is pretty much on that board. And this one is just a regular planner where I just write my goals for the week. And it could be videos that I want to get out. What type of videos, what kind of type of short form videos I want to get out. Or it could be from the kids have a project this day and they need to do this on that day. And we need to buy this supply, this supply, this supply. I feel like all mothers need this. Because we can keep it up here and we can put it in our phones. But chances are we're going to need to have something. What if our phone crashes? What if our computer doesn't reboot? We always have pen and paper and we can write down what we need to write down. So I've already told you guys, plan for the morning, plan for the afternoon, get you a hobby, exercise. Now, when I mentioned exercise, I just kind of mentioned it briefly because I was talking about getting your mind stabilized and being able to think. Also exercising for your children because you want a longer life. You want to live longer and you want to be healthier. The last thing that I want to do as having a 3-year-old in my mid-40s is not being able to run around the house with her. Like when she says chase me, I want to be able to chase her. Like I don't want to be like, yeah, I'm 45 and I cannot chase her. I want to be able to say, hey, I'm behind you, okay? No excuse. So exercise, I'm planning an hour before bed, an hour once you get up in the morning. Get you a hobby, whether it is reading books. Currently, I'm reading Christian Hannah's. If y'all want to pick that up, Christian Hannah, Between Sisters. I believe it's an older book, but it's quite interesting. Read a book, learn something new, take a class, and get you a planner and plan your day. And then prioritize your day from top to bottom. From 8 to 9, I want this to happen. If it doesn't happen between 8 and 9, like if your clothes are not finished, if I have to go somewhere, say I need to go to the grocery store, and I'm planning to go to the grocery store, and I always plan in 5s at 12:45, and my clothes have not been finished drying, I will leave those clothes in the dryer and fold them up when I come back. I'm not like gonna wait. Because my day has to move forward. But if it doesn't happen in that time, if your kitchen isn't clean at that time and you still have something to do, you have an appointment to meet the appointment. But a schedule and scheduling your day is in the hopes that you can meet every need that you need to meet at the time that you need to meet it, and you're not feeling overwhelmed. The name of the game is I don't want to be overwhelmed. I don't want to be overwhelmed by all that I have to do. And one thing, I'm gonna tell you guys this, one thing that I do is my girls' hair, which I do. 5 of my kids have hair. And I have to do Peyton's hair, who is 24, and his hair is long and curly. Pierre's hair is long and thick. Parker wears braids, and Palmer wears braids. And sometimes just thinking about doing their hair, like I'm planning next week is their week to get their hair washed and rebraided. And I have to prepare my mind a week in advance, because you can't tell me like tomorrow I gotta take pictures, I need my hair redone. I don't work that way. It's a week out. It has to be a week in advance in order for me not to be overwhelmed and not to think of it as an impossible feat. I hope that this video helped you guys to organize your life, to say, hey, I can get it all done. I can do it all, and I can still maintain who I am and who I want to be. If you like this video, if you want more videos like this, and remember I got a part 2 about how to make money as a stay-at-home mom and homeschool mom. But if you like this video and you want more videos just like this, come back Wednesday. I'm gonna have a video similar to this, one that you would enjoy. Please do not hesitate to ring that bell and hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys on next week. No, I'll see you guys Saturday. Yeah, I'll see you Saturday for a vlog. See ya.
Another MC joint.